I need to do maintenance on my cars, specifically the mr2. As you can see, the driver's side window is down, and so is the passenger side. Just a little bit. The windows no longer work, so that needs to get taken care of, especially now. As you can see, the paint is also coming off. That's a good thing for me, because I want to redo it. But the main point is that this car overheated a handful of times because the radiator didn't work anymore. It got clogged. Right there you can see the new radiator, and this is actually a 3-row radiator compared to the 2-row that came with this car because it started off as an NA. Hi Midnight! This car started off as NA, but it will be turboed. I have the engine, I got the manual trans, I just need the time to do it. But because it overheated, we have to change the oil. Just gonna focus on draining it, and tomorrow we'll refill it. Whoops. Looks like it's overflowing. Alright, this is day 2 of the oil change. Also I spilled some motor oil on the floor, so gotta clean the driveway. And another thing is, for tomorrow, the plastic broke on this. I already have the new piece, I just gotta replace the old one. The oil filter for the mr2 is so small and cute. Aww. I might need a rag, but let's try it without it, see what happens. Finally the oil filter came out. It wouldn't come out even with the microfiber towel on top of it. I had to use cardboard. It is what it is. Anyways, here is what I'm gonna use. This car's body has about 300,000 miles on it. The engine around 75 since rebuild, so it looks a lot worse, but whatever. Make sure it's not leaking. Looks good from there. Let's check the bottom. Yep, I told you I made a mess. Let's wait a few seconds. I did tighten the nut on the oil pan, but just to be safe. Just to be safe. And there's the rest of it. I cannot start the car because this car is too loud to start at night. We'll have to do that tomorrow or during the weekend. But my job for today is done. Oh, the driveway, I forgot. Whoops. I'll do that now. I had to do this during the day because it's hard to film at night, especially when you're inside the car, but the hood release is just about there. Here's the old one. Just about out. I just got to remove it from in here. And this, the new one, is kind of tricky to route. It goes all the way down here. So you got to remove the air box. Remove everything, please. It's a lot easier that way. because then you gotta tie it in there. There's a zip tie that is removable and reusable. It is attached to one of the wiring harnesses. It goes all the way to the back, where it has another zip tie, which finally goes inside the car. You gotta remove the side panel. You have to remove the side panel right there. There's the release, the new cable. Right back here, you gotta remove all of this to finally gain access right there, which is where that little grommet goes. It's a pain, it really is, and it's a very tight space, so yeah, I did it off camera. I do have some pictures though. You remove the cover with a flathead screwdriver, and it turns out it's also broken. Look at the plastic. It's not supposed to be like that. Yep. It was time. Pretty easy. Just remove the cover. There you go. Time to slide the new one in, which is over here. It's going to be a little more difficult. There it is. The plastic right there with the rest of it here. Just put the cover back on, and that's it. Bolt it back up, and we finish the rest on the inside. And it turns out I had it backwards for a little bit. The ball end's supposed to go on this side, which means I had to redo the work. The other end goes inside. Damn it. Doing this for the second time, I'm taking my own advice, and you could use a piece of wire on the inside and wrap it around with some tape once you get it onto the engine bay. That way you could just pull it back and there it is. No struggling. You just gotta find the wire, which is not that difficult. In my case, I'm using a boroscope, but there you go. A lot easier. Last piece of advice I can give you is you gotta remove this, because you gotta stretch this one out like that. As you can see, it releases, and if you have everything back there, you can't do it, so you gotta take it off just to make life easier. Seems to be working. There's only 2 bolts holding this together, so it should be easy. And let me just finish this and we'll see if it works. As you can see, it's nice and closed, somewhat even. I need to redo it, but that's another day. Let's see if it works. There you go, twice. Done. One more thing left to do back here, and it's replace this plastic piece for the filler neck. Sadly, it's no longer made, and well, it's literally falling apart. Yeah, it's old plastic, and I think I might have to weld one together. That's gonna be fun. That's tomorrow though. I'm done for today. I tried to make my own version of this out of stainless steel, but it didn't work. The one I bought is just too thin for my welder, which means I need to learn how to TIG weld. But luckily for me, somebody started making these, so it wasn't even a problem. Sadly, I had to spend extra money, but as long as the car runs, because it's been 2 months since it's been here, just sitting. It's almost ready. Just a few more things. Hopefully by Monday, because it's been way too long and I miss it. There it is, after 2 months. She's alive again. I don't know if it's gonna be in this video, but I want to paint the trunk again, along with the rear bumper. Put the wing on it. Now that it's actually smooth, I got rid of all the holes from the past one, the stock wing. I gotta change the solenoids on the transmission, but for now this car is done. I think this is where I'm ending the video. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, if you have an mr2 with windows that rattle, it's these things. You gotta take the door card off, obviously, but you gotta loosen this bolt, push it forward, and there you go. That's it. You can see the adjustability right there to keep the window from rattling. We are actually upgrading by going backwards. I want to make this car as simple as possible, and right now the windows don't work. It's stuck open, and you can see that it rained quite a bit. Same with the other side, just a little bit, not as much. But we're going backwards. We're going to make it simple, get rid of all the electronics that are not necessary, and go back to manual crank windows. Whoops. Obviously they use, I got to clean it up a little bit, but it'll be better in the long run because it's easier to work on, easier to use, and that's the plan. Make this car simpler, easier, and better overall because it's losing weight. This one's pretty dirty. You can see right here. I don't know what that is, but clean it up, re-grease it, and go from there because this stuff is old and hard. I finished cleaning and greasing the other part, so now we just got to take this off with some screws. Simple, not a lot to it.
Wait, toilet! Toilet ramen! Thank you. Oh, that's cute. Yes, absolutely.
Now we just got to take all of these off, all the connectors. There's a lot of broken wires, as you can see, but yeah, has to be done. There's not much, really. We'll see.
Is it too late to go back so I don't have to fight anymore? Do I get anything special out of fighting Snaily? He said I want to pay the last one. I don't think this is the last hole, but I kind of don't want to miss it. 3,000? I don't fucking think so. Yeah, bye. I want to fight the muscle because of Kelp.
I was wrong. You don't have to take these off.
We're gonna get Omori
You have to pick this up from the inside and wiggle it out. That's how you do it. I was wrong. Look how thin this is compared to this one. Also, this seems a bit different, so that's gonna be interesting.
Do you need
We'll see.
He does. He has his own boss music. No, don't make me angry. Are there cages in here?
Everything is now tight, and there it is. That is what it looks like. There's a bit of a crack right here in the metal, but it should be fine. So all that's left is to use the new handle.
Yeah, and radioactive waste.
This one actually fits perfect. Little bit of wobble, but that's not really a problem. So let's put this one on and see if it rolls up and down. Remember, this is a used part and it wiggles a bit, but there it is. Yeah, that wobble is bad. Look at this. Actually, it's the handle that's wobbling. Yeah, that's bad, but it works, so I'll take it. I will take it. Oh, I also got to cut a hole in there. So I'll just leave that off for now. But there you go.
Enjoy your fit.
Pretty much the same thing for the other side, so I'm not going to bother filming it.
Dead plant.
But there you go. The first step to making this car lighter, better, and getting rid of all that mess.
Play in rocks when she was just a baby. Would you?
One thing I forgot to show yesterday was the difference in weight between the new manual and the electric. So, here you go. £13. Alright. $9. Yep. 3.8. That's actually a big difference if you think about it. 3 pounds per side, 6 plus the wiring that is no longer necessary, and I may not even use the door cards. It makes a difference, even if it doesn't seem like it at first.